Civilizations rise and fall. Grasslands give way to deserts. But the stars, they are a constant in this ever-changing world.
So today on Seriously Dave, we look at the constellations that have been with us through it all.
What we're really seeing in the night sky, the importance of stories for humans, and the modern uses of constellations in astronomy. So sit back and enjoy because this will be illuminating. So what do you see when you look at the stars? Well, I see a bow tie.
I see a butterfly. I see pasta.
But do you see a Greek warrior holding a club and a shield?
That constellation is commonly known as Orion, but over time, different cultures have seen different things in the stars depending on what was important to them.
For example, this is Ursa Major. To the Greeks, it was a bear. To Northern Europeans, it was a wagon. And to the Inuit people, a caribou. Because when humans look at the night sky, we don't just see stars, we see stories. Stories told around campfires thousands of years ago. Stories passed down from parents to children, full of traditions, myths, and morals. And we'll continue to tell these stories for many years to come. And the best part is that constellations can be anything that you want them to be.
But what are some of the modern uses of constellations? I mean, they can't just be entertainment, right?
Constellations also serve a scientific purpose. Astronomers divide the sky into 88 official constellations, regions that cover the entire night sky. For example, the Geminid meteor shower gets its name because the meteors or shooting stars appear to come from the region of sky where you find the constellation Gemini. And these are just a few of the 6,000 exoplanets orbiting distant stars in the night sky, each with a name containing the constellation in which they are found. And heck, this isn't science, but it's still really interesting. You got your zodiac sign because when you were born, the sun was in a specific zodiac constellation. You couldn't see it because it was daytime, but it was there.
So there are scientific reasons for having constellations, and science can tell us a lot more. Like, what are we really seeing when we look at the night sky?
Now let's go back to the constellation Orion and the 3 stars that make up his belt. I bet aliens around those stars just hop over to each other's homes for the weekend. But here's the problem. Space isn't flat. It has 3 dimensions. And if we change our perspective and look from out in space, something surprising happens. Those 3 stars, well, they aren't close together at all. Some of them are hundreds of light years apart. At the speed of light, that's hundreds of years of travel. And at human spacecraft speeds, forget about it. And any aliens looking at those same stars wouldn't see Orion at all. They'd see something totally different, maybe Orgov, the mighty sandworm. But there are even more surprises when you look at the stars of Orion. This reddish one here is Betelgeuse, a red supergiant. The star itself is larger than our solar system from the sun to Jupiter. And one day, Betelgeuse will go supernova and explode. But we won't know until 400 years after it happens because that's how long it takes its light to get to us.
We'll see it, but it won't be there. I both love and hate how that makes my brain feel. And that's not even the furthest star.
This one here is M42. It's 1,350 light years away and not a star at all. It's a nebula, or region of space where stars are being born.
Each star or star system in Orion is more fascinating than the last. But I want to talk about my favorite part about stars and constellations. They are about as constant as anything gets on Earth.
Yes, stars are moving, they're moving fast. But they're so incredibly far away that, to us, they look frozen in place. Just like a jet flying close by appears to be moving much faster than one that's high up in the atmosphere. Over time, deserts replace jungles, oceans dry up, and civilizations rise and fall. But the stars, they looked pretty much the same to the first humans on Earth as they do to you tonight.
So go outside and look up.
And remember that the first indigenous people on the continent, Roman soldiers on the eve of battle, your grandparents when they were children, they all looked up at the same night sky, and they all found meaning in the stars. When I was a kid, I thought this constellation was a W for my last name, but it's actually the Queen Cassiopeia, banished as punishment to a throne in the sky that spends half the night upside down as it revolves around the North Star. And now to find the constellations, all you need is a smartphone with internet access. Or you could use an old school planisphere like I used when I first started teaching this 20 years ago. Either way, I hope that you go outside tonight, look up to the stars, and find inspiration of your own.
Thanks for watching and stay curious.